That Latino family carrying coolers and signs and stuff walked right in front of me, which means they've got a vehicle parked over here somewhere in the one of the parking lots. And let me point this out just for the record. Number one, they're flying a sign. That's a solicitation on or near a roadway is in violation of the Texas Department of Transportation Code, revised in a statute and created in 2000, effective January 2001. And that may be one of them fake child funerals because you can tell they're here and they brought a cooler. There's at least like, I have to look under it, there's at least one female, maybe two females, and actually it looks like almost four. And they're walking into the roadway. They're violating the law. And just going to put this up here in hopes that, because it's really, there you go. There's the sign. The question is, does that talk about some child's funeral? They don't have a, but that technically what they're doing is in violation, especially when they step out into the roadway. That's dangerous. And they're clearly there for the duration. They have a, looks like an umbrella. Yeah, it's two females, two males, maybe a child. And one of them just got out. She's going to walk out and directly solicit from the roadway. Now, if I started doing that shit, number one, all they're doing is telling me they're able-bodied and they're organized. They have a vehicle. They actually have two coolers and one of them. So it looks like two females, two males, and they're straight up in violation of two things. One of them's stepping out into the roadway. The other was solicitation on and near the roadway. It's in their safety. It's for their safety. And I got news for them. It's probably not going to go well. The last one's the fake funeral collectors that were out there. They didn't get a dime that afternoon. They pulled up. It was a couple. They were just looking for some drinking and drugging money. They were walking around with pictures and the usual standard funeral sign. And these people are far from broke. If you have a vehicle, you can afford all that stuff because they probably, they're certainly doing better than me. They have a vehicle to live in. So just going to post this up here and tag it for Pflugerville PD in case somebody wants to, you want to report it to the cops, go ahead. There goes the owner right there. That's Paul. I think he's walking out to tell him you can't fucking do that. That's what's happened. That's Paul. I can tell by his kinetics. That's Paul, the 7-Eleven owner, and he's telling him you got to wrap it up and get the fuck out of there. Tell him to move the fuck out. And he's very friendly with the Latino community. He speaks Spanish perfectly. That's the owner telling him you got to go. It's against the law. And you're technically on property that he gets to control. He's taking their fucking photograph right now. He's calling the cops on him right fucking now. I think he just pointed towards me as an example. Or he asked him to step off and talk. He's trying to talk to the man of the family. He's starting to argue with him. No, it's illegal. You can't do that. No solicitation on or near a roadway and them stepping out of the roadway. And actually, they must have two vehicles because he's talking to the guy in that one vehicle, and the woman, the granny, the abuelita, she came walking from parked somewhere around Starbucks. He's trying to tell him that no, you ain't going to park in mine. It's for their own safety. That law in Texas was passed to protect often illegal immigrant workers at the day labor pickup sites, because as a pickup would pull up, they would rush the pickup. I want you to understand why the law exists here in Texas is they were rushing out into traffic and overloading, jumping into the truck before they were selected. And so we had to pass a law to protect them. That's it. I'm not going to film Paul anymore. He's already told them